Hi everybody, this is Kiki from Niara Designs. I pray you're all doing well and are doing something that makes you happy. We are on part 5 of how to make a journal from a grocery bag, and today I was going to do like all the decorations of, the pockets, the tags, the journaling cards, on and on. We're just not going to have time. So what we are going to do is we are going to do the pockets. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I do, what works for me. But of course, you have to figure out what works for you. But anyway, and I do want to show you, I did get the page done for the one that we didn't do yesterday because I couldn't print it out, and show you some other stuff. But before we begin anything, let's get into our God's gift box. Oh, I like this one. Forgive and ye shall be forgiven. Luke 6:37. Heavenly Abba, since I want to be forgiven, help me be forgiving. That's a good life lesson. If you want to be forgiven, and we all make mistakes, we are perfectly imperfect. Okay, so this I decided for the cover for January. As you can see, I did emboss the wings. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have to like give Craig props right now, because yesterday I was embossing, my embossing powder fell. It went everywhere. I didn't have that much in there, but what I did have, I only have like this much left now. And then I went to do the splatters. My brush completely fell apart, and it was just... So today he went to Michael's for me. He bought me some stuff, and then when he was at Michael's, you guys, he calls me and he says, hey, because he knows I like Ranger and Tim Holtz, right? Of course. So he calls and he says, hey, they have Ranger, Tim Holtz, that spray stuff that you like. Look what he got me. So I don't have any spray stains. So these are my first in walnut stain, vintage photo, and antique linen. Is that not the sweetest? Plus, I have a brush now. I'm so excited because this one, I literally, you can see, I glued it together and I'm holding it down. So every time I put it in water, anyway. Thanks for him. So then I put these, they're paper and cloth. So the top one is cloth, and then these paper flowers are from Lisa. And here's another one. So I just got some blue and yellow flowers and I put them together just to give it, again, just some texture. They're not that thick, but you guys already know me. I don't care. Okay, so now that we have, oh, and also I did fix all of my mess ups yesterday. It's only supposed to be 4 full pages and 2 of this. Again, I looked at my Defember journal, which there was 5 and 2, so I had 7. That was in my brain, I guess, because we just finished Defember. But anyway, so I did go back and I glued the last and the front together. So we do have 4 pages, full pages, and 2 other ones in each of the other signatures. So we are good to go there. So this one is a little wonky, but that's okay because I'm a little wonky. So we're good. Now, you guys know that have been here with me for a while that I always have, that I always have one of these. And every month I decorate it for the theme of that particular month, whatever that may be. And it's a bookmark, it's a tuck spot, a hidden paper clip. There's 3 paper clips in there. I love this thing. You guys know I make one for each of my planner journals. This month is no different. Because I made, if you remember for Defember, I took the one that I had already made and I added an envelope. So what I decided to do is I'm going to use that one in here. So here is that bookmark, and then here's the envelope, so we can, oh, I hate this page. It upsets me so much. I'm such a child. But anyway, we put it over, like that, and we have tuck spots here, and clearly we can put something in here, and we can use this as a tuck spot as well. And I'm really liking this. Yes, I know for a lot of you this is too thick, but again, I don't care. I mean, you just saw the size of my other one, so it's fine. So that's what we're going to do. Now, I figured today, since I do have, thanks to Craig, we have the embossing powder, I'm going to work on, oh, I wanted to show you. So this is all I got. I cut them all out. So all the ephemera pieces, everything is cut out and ready to go. These are the pockets. So these are all the ephemera pieces. I splattered them already because I figured you guys know how to splatter. This I did do the wings with, oh my gosh, embossing powder. And all I did on the rest is splatter. But this I think will work on tomorrow. It's just too much. But I do want to go over the pockets. So a lot of times they'll have pockets like this with like a little edge here and here. And what you're hang on and I'll show you if I can find just so you have an idea, just in case. I know a few of you are making, this is your first kind of journal that you're making. Okay. And let me just do the bottom. By the way, if you don't have a, oh my gosh, I can't think of the word. Oh my goodness. You know, where you make the line. Please. If you don't have one of these, you can do what I'm making. This will help you make the lines. This is an envelope maker. And this is where that notch one that I use to make the pockets, it came with this. the scoring board. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. But if you don't have a scoreboard, just do what I just did. You can buy one of these. It comes with the stylus. The ball is a little bit bigger on one end and a little smaller on the other. And it works fine. Then you can take your board, your bone folder rather, and here we go. Okay, now you're supposed to glue this and this to your page. I personally don't like using it, and the reason being is because no matter what, I always find that things fall out of it. So if I were, let's just say for instance, put this on this side. Look how far up that goes. So if you're, even 2-3 cards, it will fall out. There's no way it's going to hold it down. It's just not going to happen. I can't get it to happen, I should say. So I never use those flaps. I always cut them off. It's up to you, obviously, what you want to do. But so if you see that me cutting it off, that's why. Usually you're not supposed to. Again, I do for the reason I just showed you. And I'm going to have to ink these up. But so then we have these pockets. Okay. And I just wanted to see if I wanted to put anything else. So I think what I'm going to do is look at these, all the pockets, and see if there's anything, because you all asked me to show you how I decorate, like what goes through my mind, what I look for, and how I get to decorating what I decorate. So for instance, if I look at this, I'll say, okay, what do I want to like stick out? Or I go for textures. I love different textures. So for me, I'm going to emboss the berries with the clear embossing powder. Just again to visually and to feel it, another texture. On this one, the leaves, I might use let's see, I probably will use the, let's see, what do I have? Do I want the frosted? Yeah, I would use a frosted crystal. And again, that would give it a different texture. The clear embossing powder is going to give it something very smooth and clear, whereas the frosted crystal is has more texture. It's grittier, if you will. I would probably do the same with the frosted crystal in the middle of this flower. Maybe this flower and maybe this flower. So that's what I would do with these. Now let's look at these. Yeah, I think I'm going to use the frosted crystal a lot because, oh, you know what? I need to put this into the name. I always put the name of the digital in there. And by the way, this is the name of the digital, Where Wishes Take Flight. So I would probably use the frosted crystal, you know, frosted white. This is what it looks like. It's just white powder until you just have to be really careful when you use your heat tool with this. You don't want to leave it on too long. You want to get it to that stage. I always, you know, use the heat tool, take it off, put it on, take it off, that kind of thing. But I think I'm going to do it around here. I'll probably use the dauber around this flower, and maybe this one. I don't know if I'm going to do both of them, to be honest with you. I'm going to do this one. Now, if you are going to, here's another tip. Let's say you're going to use the frosted crystal and you want to use the regular clear, or any actually any embossing powder. It doesn't have to be the clear. It could be the gold. It could be whatever color. It doesn't have to be the clear. But if you're going to use embossing powder and you're going to use the frosted crystal, get this done first. And they're going to be like next to each other. Definitely get your embossing. You want this to be the last thing, because you don't want to heat this up after you've heated, because you'll burn it. Not like burn scorched, but like it won't be frosted crystal anymore. It'll be it'll like come together. It'll look more like this than the frosted crystal. You'll know when you burn it. So I will probably use it for this one. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do both of these. I know I'm going to do this one. I know for sure I want to do this one, and then probably that one. And then, like I said, with this is where I'll use the clear for the berries, and then the rest I'll use the frosted crystal on. So again, I would use this first on the berries, and if I want to use the frosted crystal on here, I'll be able to do so, because this you can like this one took me twice. I didn't have a lot of powder, but it took me twice to do. So that's fine. And these two. So that's how, this is how the embossing comes out. So it's very smooth, where this is rough. And that's why I said we're not going to have enough time to do everything. All right, you guys, let me get this done, and then I'll come back. I'll show you what I've done, and then we can start putting it in our journal. Okay? I'll be right back. Okay, envelopes. No. Pockets. Pockets. Okay. So I don't know, and I can't see. Hopefully you guys can see in the middle. That's the frosted crystal. This is the clear embossing and that little berry. And then the frosted crystal. Obviously that's the gold, but in the middle of the flowers, the frosted crystal. I did the berries, like I said, in the clear embossing. And then the middle I did the frosted crystal. I'm so hoping you guys can see that. This one I did the center and the leaves in the frosted crystal. I did both of these in the frosted crystal. Just this big one in the frosted crystal. This yellow one. And I did both of these in the frosted crystal. And again, hopefully you can see them. So now what I do is I go and see, okay, I have 4 of these oh my goodness, pockets, and 4 of these pockets. So where do I want said pockets? Now, with a paper like this, I always try to put something on here. Now, of course, you can always make pockets, tuck spots, whatever, out of, because you have, again, all of this ephemera too. So, like, for instance, these. I don't know if I'm going to keep these as journaling cards. That would look really cute as a pocket. So for right now, I want to get the pages done because I know for sure that I want to put something on. So then the next thing I do is, okay, what is going to look nice on this specific page? So for instance, for me, in my eye, something like this, I don't know. It just in my eye, it doesn't look nice. But something like this looks a lot nicer. There's more cohesiveness. It flows more. And I did cut on all of them. I did cut all of the tabs off. So for me, this looks really nice. So we know that that's something. Something like this, I don't know. Because there's not a lot of yellow. There's not any yellow actually. So for me, I don't know if I would put this on here. Plus the background is green. This is more blue. I don't know. And here is something different. Now, there are left side pockets, but again, here's where the planner part is. So I would put the pocket on this side of this paper. Usually when you see pockets like that, it would go on the left and the right side of a double spread. But again, because that's where the dates are, I would put it on this side. So let's see. Now that looks pretty over there. Does this? So something like this, maybe instead of 2, because I have 2 belly bands. So maybe I would take 2 of the pockets and stack them like that over here. I'm just giving you ideas right now until I make up my mind as well. Then we have one more. Now here there's a lot of yellow. So do I really want to give up the dragonfly? Maybe not. So then I would come in with this one on this side. And it looks like the stem. So I think this pocket is the perfect fit for this page. Or you can put it on this side. But I really like it here. So I'm going to stick with that. This is going to be, and again, we have this side too. So we can, again, stack these, even 3. Like that. And make that into a belly band. You know, if that's the case, then I would take that, I would glue them on each other, and then glue it on the page, just on the top and the bottom. But I wouldn't glue them on the page first. I hope that's making sense. And I might do that, but on here, on the middle, and put the other one here. I don't know, but I know for a fact that I'm going to put this one here. So let me get my glue, and I'm going to use the good glue, which is Bearly Arts Precision Craft Glue. I love this glue. Yes, I used, oh my gosh, nope. I used Art Glitter Glue for a long time, and this came like in a 3-pack or whatever, and I started using this, and I just liked it more. For one, it doesn't have a smell. For 2, let me just get this because I'm thinking now. There's a little itty bitty more playtime in this. And the biggest reason is when you use it on thinner paper, like even copy paper, you don't get the lines like you do with, for me, now again, just my opinion, with the Art Glitter Glue. Not that it's not a good glue, it's a great glue. It's just those lines drive me crazy. And I love that. I think this with this is perfection. I really, and then you keep the dragonfly. So that's great. Okay, so then I go, and this is what I do. I go back and forth to see. Now, I could say, okay, well, what side of the of the pocket or the page do I like better? Do I want to cover that up? Because I'm going to lose this guy and this guy, but I gain this guy. Or do I want, is it okay to lose that and then have, is that too much? Now, I'm just telling you everything that's going on in my mind. So these are all the things that I think about when I put these pockets in. So for me, I would do this because I think if I look at this, it's just too much. Or do I want this somewhere else? Now I really like that here too. Or do I like this one here better? I actually like that one here. So see, these are the kind of things that I think about. Actually, this is really pretty on this one. Let me, oop. Yeah, I think I'm going to put this one here. And then let me go to this one. I actually like that one there. So then this one would go here. And then I think this one would go here. No, I don't like it there. I think this one won't have a pocket unless I put one of these. Oh boy. All right. But I definitely want this one here. I think this one looks really good on this page. So let me get that done. And this is what I do. I go back and forth, and I know you guys said that you wanted to see this, and you wanted to see my thought process. So I think I'm going to get the rest of the pockets done, and then I'll come show you, and then that will be it for this video. I'll be right back. I also forgot to mention a few things, of course. If you have papers like this, usually what I do is I go in and I stencil them. Something light, just to have something in the background. Of course, I put the little pocket on. I forgot. That's okay. I can stencil something in the corner or whatever. So it's fine. But I will go back and I will stencil here and these two sides as well. So now I'll go from back to front. I have the pocket here. I have the pocket here. This one is on this side. This one is on this side again. I do not have a pocket on this one. And then I made one of the journaling cards into a pocket for this side. I am going to take these three and put them together like that. Now, I don't know if I'm going to make a belly band with it or 3 separate pockets, because you'll have the pocket up here, this one here, and then this one down here. But I do want these together. I really like that idea, so I am going to do that. Also, if you, and I probably will do this next thing with this one, if you are going to stitch anything, your pockets, now is the time to do that. I did not want to stitch any of these pockets, the ones that I've already put in here. I did not want to stitch them. I will put my stitching on the remainder. So I have, and I'll show you what I have. And this will go through tomorrow again. But these are the 2 belly bands. Then I have this large tag, this tag, and then I have, I think, 2 like medium, or 3 actually, medium-ish tags. Then I have 3 of these. So there are quite a lot of tags. That's why I want the pockets. So I thought this would look really nice, you know, and a bunch of tags sticking out. And then I have these. And I have 6 of those. Plus I have these beautiful journaling cards that I need to do something with other than just the splatters in the background. I have three of the square journaling cards left. I used one as a pocket. I might even use another one as a pocket. And then I have these little tickets left over. Because I used one of those for the... Oh no, I have more than that. I have this one too. I think this one's my favorite. It's this way. I think that one's my favorite. But anyway, so I have all of this that we will play with tomorrow. By then, I will figure out what I'm going to do with this. I will also go through this, and I will more than likely use the frosted crystal, but maybe on some things like maybe berries. If they have like berries on something, or like this, they have like little berries in the background, I might use the embossing powder or the liquid like these. I'll probably use the embossing powder, and maybe the embossing powder in the middle of these. So that'll be done, and I won't use any frosted crystal. I'll just use the embossing powder. Then on this, I'll probably use just the frosted crystal. This one has a lot of berries. Here, and I'll probably do the center of the flowers. So again, I wouldn't use the frosted crystal. I would just use the embossing powder. And then on these, I don't know yet, to be completely honest with you. I will say that these things kind of messed me up because I don't have eyelets that big. So I don't know if I'm going to just put like lace or a ribbon or something on top and not use them as and not make a hole punch. But who knows? Tomorrow's another day. All right, you guys, I think that is enough for today. We did decorate some pockets. We put them together. I think you got the idea of what I go by. But of course, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask me in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer. Okay, that is it for today. I will say goodbye. I will wish you all an extremely blessed rest of your night, day, or morning, wherever you are in this world. God bless you. I love you guys so, so much. Thank you again for spending your time with me. I truly do appreciate it. And I guess I will see you back for part 6. Bye, everybody.